smelliest wrestler?
Oh, geez. Let's see. Who would be the smelliest wrestler? Who did stink? I don't know. Maybe some of the big guys. I don't know. Every once in a while, I think maybe Fred. Good old tugboat. Maybe didn't use too much deodorant.
Poor Fred.
But
So he's possibly shit himself,
I
and
heard,
he's the smelliest.
I heard stories though. Andre, sometimes he didn't clean his thing, and his strap was stinging, and he put that around your mouth and that, and. But yeah, I never got a chance to wrestle Andre, but he did. He did make me an honorary member of the. When we were over there in a Europe tour, he said the name of this tour is "Don't Be a Knob." He sat and asked me to drink with him that night and everything, and then we met his whole family over in France. And it was really an honor. And that's the first time I really got to know Andre really good, and that was at the end of his career. But what a great man he was, so.
Hey,
and the reason he said don't be a knob is because we went to Barcelona, and it was our first trip. We just won the belts, and me and Undertaker had to go out with Piper, and I woke up, and the bus left me. They left me because they had to go to another town to drive the bus because there was only one flight to go to that town, and Vince didn't want to miss it. So I'm in Barcelona, not knowing how to speak any English. I mean, not Spanish, and I'm freaking out. I just got my passport, my credit cards, and I'm yelling, "This! Can anybody help me? Can anybody help me?" And finally, somebody helped me and got me on that flight. And I got there, and I got on right when I got off the plane. I got a cab. It cost me $167 to the building. I went running in the back, and guess what? They weren't even there yet, because they had to go take a bus and come to the town. So I got there before them. About 15 minutes later, they come walking in. And there I was with my feet on the table, and Side goes, "Knobs is here." And that night, that's when Andre called me over, because the old school of old wrestling is, hey, no matter how much you want to party and do your thing, you got to be ready the next day, ready to go, sober, ready to wrestle. You're the world champion. And he saw me do that. And I gained Andre's respect by that whole incident happened. That's when he came and told me to come over and sit by him and sit down. And then he said, "We toast. And the name of this tour is Don't Be a Knob." And he laughed. And I was laughing because if I didn't laugh, I didn't want to get swatted off the seat, because he had the big old hands on him. So,
hey, do you know, with Andre, so obviously, you turned up early, you did what you had to do to get to the building that day in time. How generally would Andre sort of judge somebody? How would he judge somebody if they liked him or didn't like them?
You know what? I don't know, but I know before I got there, and I heard the story, and I saw some of it, that somehow they gave Bam Bam a really good fast push, and he got mad. Bam Bam pissed him off somehow, and he really beat the hell out of Bam Bam out there in the ring. I mean, Bam Bam thought he was going to kill him. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't want to get him mad. I'll tell you that. And then even for WrestleMania 3, this is a shoot. And Hulk told me this personally. They didn't know if Andre was going to let Hulkster win. No, he never told Hulk nothing. And Hulk said he got in there early, and all Andre said was sit down, and they drank beer until the matches came up. And then when they went out, he still didn't know, but he was there for everything and the slam and everything. But no, he didn't know until it actually happened, And I don't think Vince knew either, because Andre did what Andre wanted to do.
Hey, I asked this quite a lot of people these days, but everyone always loves shoot height stories. What was? I mean, obviously you knew Andre, in the last few years of his life. How tall do you think Andre was then?
He kind of shortened up a little bit because he was getting hunched over, So I think he was still he had to be about 7. He still weighed a lot too, But back when Hulk went against him, he was definitely about 7'4", and I would think about 600, probably about 600-700 pounds. He was bigger than the Big Show when in his heyday. And if you really look back in his heyday, he was in Japan, and he was doing all kind of stuff, drop kicks and everything. So I mean, you got to give it to him. And then you think about it, back in that day, they didn't have nothing for big guys like that to fly over. So he was always putting small little, spaces, and it's like kind of like, it was sad, because now they have, bigger plate for big guys. You can, sit. They could, they used to be able to take out that middle seat so he could sit in first class. You know what I mean? So, but that's old school, and that's the way we were brought up. So, and it really helped out with our wrestling too. Watching all the matches. Definitely, you have to watch all the matches. You know what I mean? So, that helps you out. You see how everybody else does it.